Yo YouTube, what's going on? Today we are going to be making our own top 10 list in Dragon Ball Legends. Now, what I'm going to tell you right now is the top 10 list I have is going to be the individual units itself and the kits that they have and what I've got up against. I'm not really talking off of the team that the units are on, just talking about the individual units. I do have some honorable mentions, but I do have a top 10 list for you guys. So before we get to that, let me know what you guys think in the comments when the whole list is done, if you agree or disagree, because I know there's going to be some controversy when it comes to the top 5 at the end of the video. So over that, let's jump into number 10. We are here at number 10 on the list of top 10 units, and I'm looking at these units, and some of you might not think that might be on there. He maybe is an honorable mention, but I'm telling you right now, with Cell, what you're looking at here is the fact that his gauge is really good. He's got the AoE green. If you're not careful enough, he can catch you on a combo that goes on for a long time. He's got the blue core that can be able to feint. He's got a chance to feint, and the fact that when he is defeated, he locks you in and you're getting hit with AoE damage. This character, when he first came out, was a little bit surprising because we had a Purple Cell before, but the fact that he can also basically nuke your unit that's taking his AoE damage when he's defeated, plus your entire bench is also taking the damage too. So if he gets a green units locked in with his AoE damage does at the end, your team is going to be hit for a lot of damage. And there's a certain unit that is paired with him. But we're not talking about the team itself, but you know the combo that I'm talking about that almost everyone used back then. But I think that with just how this unit was designed was really good to see. I don't think there's anything else to be able to talk about this unit here. Maybe that would, now the new Cell Saga coming soon for Legends, this Cell might be used a lot more often when Cell Saga gets, because there could be an Ultra Cell happening within the next couple of weeks, so be prepared for that. Let's also see this Cell being used with him. So, alright, let's jump over to number 9. Alright, we have made it to number 9, and I said it is going to be Ultra Vegito Blue. Yes, he has fallen down just quite a bit, but that happens literally with every single Ultra in the game. You know, when USG came out, he was really good. USV came out, really good. Kaioken, he was also really good. I'm blanking on the rest of the Ultras that were hits. Also came out, it was really good. Broly, he was pretty good. And now we're getting to UVB, and yes, he has fallen out, but he is still a top 10 unit, and because you already know what he does, he gets rid of advantage, and his combo just keeps on going. If you don't have a blast coverage hit unit, which most likely he does strike, and then his last combo before his gauge comes out is going to be a blast. If you don't have that, his combo continuously keeps going. He has one of the best countering green cards in the game by going back to, I believe it's type neutral. Let me just double check on that. I want to double check to make sure that it is type neutral on his green card. Yeah, he goes type neutral for that. Alright, so I was right. He goes type neutral, he hits you with the blue card. Blue units back then were not being able to create or like kind of sustain some sort of health when he hits you with that blue card. Plus, his ult does insane amount of damage when just tapping a screen. It was a cool mechanic to have. You tap the screen and you basically also, as we said with Cell, it also does AoE damage to your team. He's got the strike cover change on him, which is still really good, but I just remember this unit just being able to destroy by just basically removing your advantage. If it didn't have that, this unit would not be as difficult to deal with. With the advantage, getting rid of your advantage, it was not that hard. It would not have been as hard to deal with if it didn't have that. But you never really started with him because you didn't want to waste that. You basically swapped into sometimes you swapped into him. But with the blue, if they're going to the strike, if your opponent's not paying attention, you're basically getting hit for a long time. And there's not really much you can do because you just have to take it, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I think it's number 9. It's just that, again, ultras really fall down after a couple months when they're out. It's just unfortunate it happens. You know, when UG4 comes out, I'm gonna love the unit, but again, he might start the same fate as everybody else, so there's nothing else I can do here. Alright, let's go to number 8. Alright, we're here at number 8, and I know that this might be starting where some of the controversy is going to be happening, but again, this is my list, and it's my opinion. Okay? This is what I've gone up against. And again, I love the design of this unit. It was very cool to go with Pikkon and go to Gogeta. I love the concept of it. Defense does not help this unit. It doesn't help the unit, and I have not seen this unit do a tremendous amount of damage to a lot of units. It's unfortunate. I haven't seen it yet. And if someone wants to show me it, fine. Then I might change the list and move them a little bit higher. But I just haven't seen this unit do too much. Again, the gauge takes a while to be able to fill. But again, if you're using Pikkon speed cards, he gets it up there. He gets a lot of card speed after the combo's over. But if you're getting hit with one combo, he'll get the card draw speed, and then Gogeta will get double card draw speed for 30 timer counts. That only lasts, his Pikkon's card draw speed lasts for 15 timer counts. Gogeta's lasts for 30 timer counts. After that, he doesn't have it anymore. I just wish this unit was just a bit more, because I love the unit, I do. And I know it's not even GT, but the unit itself is really good design. So, it also helps, you know, Pikkon revives, deal with the rush, but I think they just landed at number 8 right now. Again, still top 10. They're still on there, but that's just what they're gonna land at right now. So, all right, let's go to number 7. All right, we're at number 7 right now, and we're looking at Evo Ken. Yes, they are up there. It's not like I am bringing them down with the value they have. Again, the top like 6 through like, I'd say 8. 6 and 8 are very close to each other. They're not like, it's not like this big gap or anything like that. Evo Ken, I know you can even say, some people have told me that, you know, Pikkon might be better than Evo Ken at the later stages of the game. You can also say the same thing with Evo Ken too, at the later stages of the game. You can't stop the combo unless you have something that reduces the key or gets rid of their cards. If you don't have units like that, which I think a decent amount of units do that, but if you're not running that, you cannot stop this combo. If you saw the fight I had with ZVG, the man just didn't stop comboing me. He's a very good player, but the fact that you can't stop the combo from this unit, that's why I have Evo Ken a little bit higher than Pikkon, Gogeta, let's say. I know the green card eventually stops giving you Covernal, but you can still get the cards, and if the gauge is filled up, they can still be able to do the damage. Sure, the defense is not great, but the fact that their offensive ability is just insane really holds just a little bit higher than Gogeta. That's just my opinion. I've dealt with Evo Ken and I've dealt with Gogeta. I have a little bit more trouble dealing with Evo Ken than I have with Gogeta just because of the damage. Sure, I can be able to hit them really hard, but if I'm not paying attention, I'm going to get hit for so long, and I've seen so many 99 hit combos with this unit. So that is the reason why I have them at number 7. Again, they're very close. It's not like they're far off. It's not a big gap. So with that being said, let's go to number 6. Alright, we're here at number 6, and I know what you guys might say, you know, you're a GT main, what are you doing now putting these units in top 5? Again, I have to look at just the overall of units that are in Legends right now, and trust me, it pains for me to put him at number 6. It does. It pains for me to put him at number 6, but I have to be realistic here. Yes, I know the points that I'm going to make. He tanks like an absolute god. He does. He tanks like an absolute god. Green card is very good, but there are some units that can nullify it and that are immune. He gets a blue every time, which I love that about him. His ult hits really hard if a unit is either gone, and if there's 2 units gone, it's basically kind of dead right then and there. And there's not much you can do about this. Where I have sort of a problem, and I'm putting that in quotation marks, with him, is I am putting towards the damage side. Sure that you can talk about when he goes up against red units, but then again he's at an advantage when it goes to red units. But when you talk about other units, the damage is just lacking, just a bit. And it's not tremendous, but just a bit when it comes to offense. Look, it's supposed to be a defensive unit, and be able to heal and all that. I get that his gauge is very nice, where he's basically almost every time was basically back to full health. I get that. But I just think that, and also he stacks up cardio speed, which is also really nice. His blue card, if he has his gauge filled, does a lot of damage. He reduces the key to 100. He reduces the key by 100. But I just think that he is still at really good units, but he just falls out of the top 5 when it comes to just the offensive ability. And the kit itself is very well designed, but I just think the offensive, it's just lacking just a hair. This is why I have him at number 6. So I know you guys might bash me and say that he's not, why is he top 5? You're a GT main. I just gotta be sort of realistic here. So this is number 6. Now we are going to get into the top 5 units in Legends. My opinion. Alright, we are at number 5, and yes, this could be sort of a little biased why I have G4 at number 5. Look, this man was nothing. He might not even been top 50 in the game for a while. But the Zenkai absolutely revived this man in Dragon Ball Legends. And you cannot tell me otherwise. The fact that he gets 2 ults, his green card gets rid of all the buffs. The card draw speed, which I was very happy that he needed. What else am I saying? The blue card that he does, the great damage that he does. His first ult that he does, the playstyle I like to do, and I like to get rid of his ult right away because it's almost a one-shot kill for whatever unit takes this. And that happens with G4 a lot. In a lot of games that he's featured in, his ult, his times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha, does so much damage in almost every Dragon Ball game in existence. And they made that just like this in the game. And it's great to be able to see. The Zenkai absolutely revived him. The fact that there's some revival units that are still out in Legends that are being used, and he gains even more value when he pops one of the revival with 4 Dragon Balls, plus he gains health, plus he gains more inflicted damage with his plat. This unit is definitely top 5 right now, and it's nice to be able to see that G4's up there. I cannot wait until Ultra Go GT4 comes out because I feel like his kit is going to be absolutely stupid. So, we're at top 5. Alright. Here's where things are going to get a little bit interesting. There is a gap in between G4 and the top 4 units. It's not like they're kind of close. There's a gap in between the top 4 units. I will say that now just to get it out of the way. So you're going to say, whoa, they can't be this close as they are. There's a gap in between, then we get to the top 4 units. So, with that being said, let's go to number 4. Okay. I know what you're thinking right now. You are losing your mind, Sax. You are losing your mind. I have my reasons why they are just at number 4. And again, the top 4 units are very close to each other. They are not. They can be changed from anyone's opinion, but these are the top 4 units that I have that I've dealt with. Yes, I know they got the cover null. Yes, I know that they got the card draw speed that they can be able to create. They are saved by the indestructibility. They are saved by the indestructibility. And if they did not have the indestructibility, this unit would not be that difficult to be able to deal with. Yes, I know it's blue and green, but when you have G4, it can be able to destroy Goku's side, and he can even destroy Bardock's side too. There are some units that can be able to do damage to this unit itself. Oh, this unit is very good. It's a nice to talk about original units in Legends, because this unit, when they came out, this opens the door completely for a whole bunch of units to be tag units that were never paired up in Legend, or not Legends, in Dragon Ball. This is nice to be able to see. I love the concept of this unit, but there are some other units that are a little bit better than this unit to be able to deal with. And I know that they have the indestructibility to be able to save them a lot. But if you can, there's a way to be able to get around that with a certain units, and then they're just gone. But they are a very good unit. They are top 4. They're still up there. There's nothing bad about this unit, but there's a couple units that are just a bit better. Alright? You might destroy me in the comments. That's okay. But let's move on to number 3. Alright, we are at number 3. We're getting to the top 3 Legends units, in my opinion. I have dealt with this unit for quite a long time, and you have to literally be on your toes with this, because some people can play really passive against this unit, or some people can play very aggressive. You don't know what your opponent is going to be when you go up against his units. The fact that he basically says no to your cover change, and you have to sit there with an ult, and then if you got a purple unit, you're basically dead. You're basically dead, and there's nothing you can do about it. He gets 3 ults. 3 ults. The first time he does the cover change, and when he's the last man standing, he gets it again. The green card to be able to get the cover null for him. He stops the combo if someone hits a strike on him. He just says, nah, the combo's done. And he never loses on clashes. He can't lose on clashes. He can't lose. Some people might not be good at clashes, don't matter. He can't lose. So even if you win, you're like, nah, I'm good. Can't do that. So I just feel like the unit itself, you don't really know what your opponent's going to be able to play. You kind of know what other units in the game itself, but you just, when it comes up to UI, you don't know if your person is going, the opponent you're going up against is going to be passive or going to be aggressive. Most of the time, they are going to be passive because they just don't want to take the damage, but you have to be on your toes. You can't do anything. You can't do anything but blast. If you hit a strike, or you hit a, not a long range blue, but you hit like a dash blue, he stops it, and he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You're not gonna hit me with that. And I just feel like purple units, he basically said no to purple units for a decent amount of time. Now you might see some purple units now because there are some red units that are out in the game, but he said no to purple units, and you didn't see purple units for a bit of time because of this man here, the value that he has. Again, I'm not really talking about the teams, I'm just talking about the individual character itself. The kit design, he is really, really good still to this day. Again, he might get the ultra treatment that everyone gets, but I feel like when we see ultra MUI, he might even be more broken than this unit was when he came out. So this is the reason why I have him at number 3. That's just my opinion, guys. We have him at top 3. Again, they're very close. All top 4 units, they're very close to each other. Not like there's a big gap between 1 through 4. So let's go to the number 2 units in Legends, from my opinion. If anything, this pains me to put him at number 2, but it just makes the most sense right now to put him at number 2, and I would love to put him at number 1, but I already think you know who's going to be number 1, but let's not talk about that right now. Let's talk about number 2. I love this unit. I do. I really love this unit. This is kind of exactly what GT needed. They needed an offensive powerhouse to be able to just destroy people. The fact that if you hit this man's green card, the unit that was locked in with him is basically dead, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're basically just clicking cards with this man. With how much blast he does, his gauge gets filled up really quickly, and the fact that he does his tap attacks or quick attacks, he basically seals the strikes and blue cards, and you can't really do anything. You can just hit a blast, and you don't have to worry about blast armor. And that's fantastic. If they hit a blast, and if you have a green card, and they try to hit a blast after your tap attack, you can just absorb it and just do it all over again. This unit was exactly what GT needed, just the level of toxic this unit is. He gets 2 ults, which is fantastic. I love that about him. And his ultimate does AoE damage to units on standby. This was exactly what GT needed. I'm going to keep saying that also. When you pair him with Goku and you pair him with G4, might be the best team in Legends for GT. GT wise. Not the best team in Legends, but it's the best team for GT wise. So this is why I have him at number 2. There's just I know that you can get his Vanish gauge back with 3 times after you use his green card, but if you don't have that green card, he can't get his Vanish, which is it's unfortunate that he can't get it, but they had to at least sort of simmer him down to not be an insane unit, which he already is an insane unit, but make him even more insane. So with those reasons, that's why I have him at number 2. And you already know who is going to be the number 1 unit in Dragon Ball Legends. Let's go to him. You already know this is going to come. You already know. Beast is number 1. And it was the same as when Blue Beast came out. He was number 1. And I believe that he's also number 1 again. Right here. And I just feel like every time that someone hits a blue card, it just gets rid of the power from the damage. He gets rid of your Vanish. You know the combo. He gets rid of your Vanish with transformation. He hits the green card. He hits the blue card. That, I think itself, he's also got the Blast Armor, which 17 is also lacking. He gets blue cards up the wazoo. He gets his Vanish back constantly, every single time. And he nullifies the cover. And even when you hit him with an ult, you hit him with a blue. And I want to say before, not the Soul Boost. Does he also do it for rushes too? If someone hits a rush. I have to look at this again. Yes. For a rush too. So let me just put this in there. It's really cool to see his ult. Every time you do also the most damaging things in the game itself with blue cards, ultimates, and rushes, he gets rid of the power parts. That helps him out a lot, so he can be able to stay alive for most of the time. I have tried to nuke a beast with USB, and this man can still be able to stay alive. Still be able to stay alive. Just all those values that he has, it just makes him, I believe, number 1. Just like I said before, Strike has got the Blast Armor. When he transforms, he gets rid of your Vanish. He hits you with that green card. He hits you with the blue card. He gets his Vanish back. Just everything about this unit, it just makes him just number 1. And again, like I said before, constantly, these units that are top 4 are very, very close to each other. And again, I'm not comparing them with the teams itself, but with just the unit individual, how they are set up in Legends. So these are the reasons why I have him at number 1 in Legends right now. And some honorable mentions I will put up in like each corner. I've got about 5 honorable mentions. So you'll see all the honorable mentions that I have. You'll see them up there. They just missed the top 10. I had some people help me out with some units because I was trying to figure out who was going to be in the list, but these units just missed it. They're still very good in the game, but I couldn't put them in the top 10 list just because of just how I've gone up against each unit itself and just the individual kit itself. So other than that, guys, let me know what you think about this. Do you agree? Do you disagree? But some people are going to think disagree. But again, I don't care because it's my list. It's not yours. If you want to create your own list, go create your own list. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, because we're still trying to reach our goal, which is 2,000 subs, and the ultimate goal, 10K, which I hope we can be able to do. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.
is all mine.